Hey everyone, welcome back to Dames for Games. Okay, correction. Ghouls for Games, because we are doing a Halloween themed showcase. We have some spooky games for you guys, something creepy, a little cozy. We have some amazing spotlights, and we have an incredible special guest that we will be talking to later for our interview. But before we jump into it, I just want to remind everybody to please be kind to each other and be safe out there. I know there's a lot of crazy things happening. You never know what someone could be going through. And I know I usually end the show with that, but I really wanted to start it off with that because we care about our community and we care about everyone out there. So please be safe and just, I don't know, stay positive. Things will get better. But I'm going to step off my soapbox because we have some incredible hosts with us today. And I'm going to throw it to somebody I was super excited to get on, and I'm really thankful that they came on. Not that I'm not thankful for all of our hosts. I love you all. But this person is pretty busy, and I already fangirled her when I met her in real life. So the fact that she even still wants to talk to me is amazing. So Sam, please tell us a little bit about yourself and your costume. And again, thank you for taking time to be with us today.
Hey Destiny, thank you for having me back on. I'll take it where I can get it, any attention. Don't worry about me. Thank you very much. So if you're watching, you might know me as Karlak in Baldur's Gate 3, Thomasina in The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. I also, now that you're talking about co-advocacy, looking after each other, just filmed just over half of It Takes a Village, Series 2, where we interview and throw a spotlight on developers, people who make our games. And it's a nice, happy, cozy chat celebrating the person I'm interviewing. That's wonderful. If you're wondering why the low effort, look, this isn't a background. I'm really here. That my hand can go through. I'm on a Spanish island just off the west coast of Africa. It's very cool. Just in case you're wondering what this is, Happy Home Paradise, the DLC from Animal Crossing New Horizons. If we go into character, it's me. It's my tune. Sam, it's me. This is the haircut I've put on her. This is the little makeup I've done for her. The flick. It's all real. I've spent about 10 minutes with the villagers doing some interior design, and now I deserve a very long rest. I've got my vacation juice. I'm feeling fully in character. I'm going to get that Tom Nook.
We all need a little vacation juice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any vacation juice, but after this, I will be having some vacation juice. Some very strong vacation juice. Okay.
Thank you again, Destiny.
Yeah. So, before we get into the rest of the showcase, I know you guys have noticed that we are also joined by another amazing host. I'm very happy that she came on because she was talking about how much of a headache she had before she jumped on. So I'm going to throw it to Mackenzie and let her tell us a little bit about her costume and herself.
Thank you so much, Destiny. I woke up this morning, my head was just killing me. So I don't know what that's about, but happy to be here nonetheless. My name's Mackenzie. Some of you might know me as Nerder, She Wrote. I work with indie games, and my costume is, I don't know if you can see through my microphone here, but I am a Crystal Lake camp counselor. If you guys watch Friday the 13th, that is my favorite spooky movie around the season, mostly because it's absolutely not spooky and it's so hilarious. Just like the 80s horror. Particularly Friday the 13th 3 in 3D is amazing. Okay. In 3D. Or Friday the 13th Jason Takes Manhattan. I believe it's number 8 in the series. Absolutely amazing.
Number 8.
Oh yeah, and it goes on beyond there, but that movie in particular is amazing. It's about like 90 minutes not in Manhattan, and like the last 10, he finally gets there. So I highly recommend it. If you guys are looking for a movie this spooky season, please watch Jason.
At least he makes it there, you know.
Yeah,
and that's all we can ask. We're all just trying, even Jason,
even him.
I think that's the way to make a movie, though, right? Like, say it's in one place and only spend like 10 minutes there because the cost of filming there was probably crazy. Right. So, like, yeah, just have him walk down the street, you know.
Oh, and boy, does he. But thank you for having me here. I'm excited to check out these indies today.
I mean, we had to have you here. I mean, classic horror movie. I don't watch horror movies, and I can tell you when I was little and any of that stuff came on, I was scared to death and had nightmares for days. So hearing somebody be like, "Yeah, it's not even scary," I was like, "I don't know," because I was mad scared. But I'd like to welcome back someone who is very dear to my heart, who has been on the showcase a couple of times. Even though she's always coming at me about snacks because she does not think ahead and prepare her own. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hey, Christine, did you bring the water?
I have the water. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I have the water.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're dressed as.
Hi, I'm Christine, resident global dominator in action. Okay. Well, I should make sure I make that clear. I mean, like in entertainment, gaming, hosting, things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let me make sure I clear that up. But yes, I advocate for content creators. I advocate for mental health. I've been in the industry in the content creation realm for 10 years this year. I am elated to be here again. Every time you're like, "Hey, Christine, come back," I'm like, yes. Okay. She hasn't kicked me out yet. Okay. And as far as scary movies go, I did a streamathon where I watched like 7+ horror movies, and I was good, but Smile 2 broke me. Okay. Oh yeah, it was a mess. Okay. We call that the movie that shan't be named in my chat now. We don't, it took a lot of bravery to say it just now. And then that's the last time I'm going to say that name of that movie. But yes, I also, like Destiny, can't do scary movies. I think I've done it, and now it box checked, and now my audience can't ask me for any for the rest of the year. Maybe 2 years. Okay. But for my costume, I am dressed as the mascot on my shirt, which is Sneaker Lovers brand. Female gaming Black owned brand, like a t-shirt company. Well, it's a fashion brand. And when I pulled out the shirt, I was like, oh, that's what I'm going to do. So I tried to do the face. So I apologize, Luby, if I got it wrong, but I tried my best. Okay. I don't do this regular, but I tried. Okay. I tried.
You know what? I think you did a good job. I think you did. After seeing the shirt reference, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly who she is.
Okay, yeah, twins.
So, yeah, you did a
10.
good job. Like the smile and everything, you did a good job. But I know I didn't tell anybody what my costume was, and that's because, like, in my head, I was like, I'm gonna go as a sun goddess, and then I was like, but my background says evil queen, so I just did a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Like maybe. Like I'm a sun goddess, but I'm also like upset because like, I don't know, the moon's been causing drama. Who knows? We won't get into it.
I like that lore.
See?
There you go.
See? There we go. Another game. Somebody don't steal that. We are all going to make the game. And Shanna's going to voice the moon goddess who's causing drama, and it's going to be amazing.
Can I just flex ever so slightly?
Yeah.
I saw The Substance on the plane and I fell asleep to it, and it was the best sleep I had in my life. And in the morning, I was woken up with a bacon roll with ketchup, which I kind of regret if you think about the ending for The Substance, but I did it. I wasn't sick. And I really enjoyed the film. I thought the body horror was a great extension of the inner turmoil of the main character. Goodbye. I saw Hellraiser when I was 8. This is me.
I got, okay. Oh my God. I
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Shut up. After the tagline, Animal Crossing.
This is perfect though, because what we have up next, what we're going to be showing you, there's some coziness. You got the little Animal Crossing coziness going on, but you also have some downright horrific things that have come from these amazingly talented creators. So with that being said, also donate to Dames for Games. Okay, now for real. With that being said, let's jump into these developer spotlights and make sure you have the lights on because you're about to be wowed.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Andrea Roberts, co-founder and game designer for Wonderbelly Games. We like to follow our bellies to find the most flavorfully cheeky strategic games, and right now we're cooking up something fresh. Arcane Eats, a roguelike deck builder with a delicious twist. In Arcane Eats, you build a cuisine-themed deck of cards, cook up stacks of magical combos on enchanted cooktops, and serve fantastical meals to hordes of hungry customers. You could build your deck around heavy-hitting hippogriff burgers, or a healing menu of elemental curries, or the rawest seafood in the realm. But after a tough night of being cursed up by customers, you may find yourself drawn to experiment with some of the more dangerous flavors. Sample strange ingredients like spicy black abyss pepper or the haunted bacon of the damned. Use those ghosts to your advantage and cook up some undying soul food. Hire up a rowdy crew of kitchen staff to help you shake off the stress of running a restaurant and keep your combos flowing. You may even be tempted to open the forbidden Gastronomicon and see what kind of molecular mutations you might dream up. Every run is a new restaurant, and all of these are appetizing strategies. I wanted to make this game because I'm a big foodie, and I've always felt like there's a type of cooking experience that I want to play but hasn't been explored much in games. Following a recipe is great, but the kind of cooking I love most happens when you improvise with the ingredients you have at hand and experiment to find new taste combos. Cooking like that is exciting and risky, and it's a lot like a roguelike deck builder. In Arcane Eats, I want you to figure out how to bring together the best flavors for your playstyle. No recipes required. Thanks for watching, and thank you so much to Dames for Games for all that you do. If Arcane Eats sounds like something you'd like to sink your teeth into, please wishlist now on Steam. And if you'd like a taste test, join our newsletter and our Discord for an invite to our upcoming demo.
From the very first moment, you step into a dark and beautiful world full of challenges, symbols, and hidden meaning.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ayasa Shadows of Silence, a journey into a world where mystery, horror, and puzzles intertwine in an incredible way. Picture yourself exploring 6 distinct worlds: faith, hope, love, greed, indifference, and betrayal, each with its own wonders and challenges. In this game, you'll embark on a quest to restore balance to a troubled world. Inspired by the imaginative works of artists like Tim Burton, Robert Zemeckis, René Laloux, and many more, our game blends dark fantasy with simple elegance, transforming every level into a vibrant story waiting to be uncovered. Prepare for gameplay that's both challenging and rewarding. Utilize special abilities such as time management, invisibility, and energy control to solve intricate puzzles and outsmart lurking dangers. Discover hidden paths using a light and strategically navigate shadows to overcome obstacles in your path. Ayasa Shadows of Silence is more than just a game. It's an emotional adventure. As you explore, you'll uncover secrets, meet unforgettable characters, and think deeply about big ideas. Your choices will shape the story, revealing surprises and new journeys at every turn. In the world where every shadow hides a secret waiting to be uncovered and every light illuminates a new path forward, the fate of Ayasa rests in your hands, where each decision leads to new discoveries and adventures.
The soundtrack is deeply inspired by Armenian composer Komitas. His music balances darkness and light, the exact tension our world lives in. The score carries every emotion and makes the atmosphere breathe.
From lighting to music, every level's atmosphere and narrative turned gameplay into storytelling. So you don't just watch the story, you play it.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope it resonates. Your feedback keeps us connected to everyone who believes in Ayasa, Shadows of Silence. Thank you to the Dames for Games October Showcase Festival for featuring our game. We're honored to share this journey with you.
Hi everyone, we're Lucy, Clara and Julius behind the camera.
And together we are Mux Games, the indie team behind Frida is Changing. Frida is Changing is a spooky point-and-click adventure. You play as Frida, a 14-year-old who's furious and determined to find out what happened to her missing sister. The whole village is full of strange glances and locked doors and nobody really wants to talk. So you'll be sneaking into conversations, digging through puzzles and piecing together the messy past that everyone hopes will stay buried. And all the while, time is running out. The next full moon is getting closer. This game is very personal to me. Creating the story and Frida as a character feels powerful because I can finally create the female lead I've always wanted. A girl who is allowed to be angry, even though society often discourages women from showing anger or voicing their opinions.
Frida is Changing is a story-driven game, so we have a lot of interesting characters and witty dialogues. But we didn't just want to have those little boxes at the bottom of the screen. We're all struggling with our attention spans, and we knew we needed something maybe a little more engaging. So dialogue fills the whole screen, comic book style. Characters shift their poses, speech bubbles change shape and size with emotion, and little emoticons pop up when things get heated. When you choose what to say, you don't just click a button, you press and hold big animated arrows shaped like emotions. Every choice changes how people treat you and where the story goes. Since we have dozens of dialogues, I built a custom tool for this. Our branching dialogue is written in Excel, then converted into data that the tool turns into full scenes with a click of a button, with all the bubbles, expressions, and choices already in place. That way we can focus on making conversations feel alive without spending months placing every speech bubble by hand.
Frida is Changing is spooky, strange, and very close to our hearts.
As women making games, it means a lot to us to bring these kinds of stories to Steam.
If you love mysteries, monsters, and maybe a little righteous rage,
please wishlist Frida is Changing. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching,
and happy Halloween!
Hi everyone, my name is Xinyi Huang. I'm a costume designer, illustrator, and theater director from Shanghai. I'm also the primary illustrator and character designer for Psyche and Fuse. Psyche and Fuse is a brand new RPG horror adventure game which follows in the footsteps of classics like Ip, Yumeniki, and The Crooked Man. You play as a wanderer tasked with uniting worlds and their past selves in an interdimensional adventure into the deepest depths of the mind. Explore unique worlds filled with threats, puzzles, and horror, and unravel the mystery behind 2.5 gods at war. My role in the team primarily consists of designing all of our wonderful characters, drawing cutscene graphics, and creating the little map sprites which fill up our world. I'm passionate about creating characters that don't stick to traditional gender norms. I like focusing on clear shapes and strong personalities, rather than adding lots of detail. I'm also very interested in developing my own visual style, and I enjoy challenging trends, so that my work feels more honest and personal. I also work closely alongside fellow Dame Rolling, our environment illustrator, to help create the creepy and uncanny worlds in our game. Rolly and I are both newcomers to the games industry, as our professional backgrounds lie predominantly in theater. As a result, the project has had many first times and has been a real learning experience for the team and I. Don't forget to wishlist and follow to stay up to date, as we'll soon be announcing our official release date. Thank you to the Dames for Games team for having us, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Hi, I'm Marta, lead programmer of Magentis Games. I'm part of the team behind Void Martyrs, and my job is to make sure that the game feels as terrifying as it looks. We're really excited to be part of the Dames for Games showcase. I think it's so important that women's voices in games are visible in spaces like this. And my work on Void Martyrs focuses on building the mechanics that keep the players on edge. As a programmer, I spend my time turning wild ideas into working systems. I'm the one making sure that the code behind Void Martyrs works. Most of the time. Void Martyrs is a grimdark survival horror where you play as a novice nun in space. The game blends tense exploration, resource management, and combat in a handcrafted story. At its core, Void Martyrs is about balancing faith and survival in a hostile, collapsing world. One moment you're scavenging for resources, next you're fighting for your life against twisted enemies. The fate system changes how you play. Whether you lean saintly or cursed affects the tools that you craft and the choices that you make. Every decision matters, from conserving resources to deciding when to fight or when to flee. We drew inspiration from games like Darkwood and Signalist, but gave it our own twist. Void Martyrs is built to feel tense, atmospheric, and story-driven. It's been both challenging and fun to bring this strange mix of survival horror and space nuns to life. Thanks for watching. Please wishlist Void Martyrs on Steam. It really helps us share the game with more players.
Hi everyone, my name is Lara, I'm from Lunabeat, and I'm one of the developers of You Can't Scare Me. You Can't Scare Me is a really unique multiplayer VR game where you're split into two teams, the Haunters and the Haunted. The Haunters have to scare the Haunted and make them scream, and if the VR headset's audio detects a scream, the Haunters get a point. Haunters have the ability to turn invisible, and they can use scary costumes and traps to really give the Haunted player a good scare. It's an unusual concept for a game, but it's a lot of fun to play, kind of like a scary hide and seek. There are 5 of us that worked on the game, and my role was designer and team lead. I did a lot of the administrative stuff. I got the team together, did lots of paperwork, lots of organizing and planning, and then I helped design the actual game itself. I laid out all the levels, and also I worked on some of the 3D models. The inspiration behind our game was horror movies. We created 8 classic spooky locations for players to explore and hide in, like a creepy hospital, a cabin out in the woods, and an eerie liminal space, and our favorite, a haunted theme park. The traps and costumes are really fun too. You can set them for other players to encounter, and there's tons of different traps, like swarming bugs, flying knives, monsters that chase you, and more. You Can't Scare Me is available now on Meta, and soon on Steam for PC VR players. The Steam page is up now, so you can go ahead and give it a wish list. Thank you so much for watching, and have a spooky day! Ha 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 ha!
And we're back. I'm not gonna say that I was scared through any of that. I found it thoroughly entertaining. I even kept the lights off. I didn't need to go under my blanket. I'm good. It was a good time. But you know what? I always feel a little biased. Like I feel like I can't say exactly like what game I like. I try not to do that because I love all the games because I'm the person who went through and like helped select them. So I'm gonna let you guys tell me what you thought overall about these spotlights that we showed first. So I'm gonna throw it to Sam. Sam, what did you think about the spotlights?
You can't make me choose a favorite. I refuse to. What I'd like to say, and imagine this will keep coming up, is what a great variety of both games and people that make them that we've just seen. And it's so much of it is very, beginnings, teasers. I'm really excited to see more what they can do. So I'm going to hand over this monkey's paw to you, Mackenzie.
It's a
Congratulations.
Trap. It's a trap. They're all my favorite. No, some of them are a little scarier than others, and that's okay.
Yes.
Isaiah, I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. Shadows of Silence, that one looks like thebomb.com. And Arcane Eats, it's like cute spooky, which I also appreciate. So it's like both spectrums. But I like that each of them bring a different energy of spookiness because my tolerance, day to day changes. Some days I'm a little stressed out and I need something a little cuter that's to play.
That's fair.
So,
yeah.
I have enough stress in my life. Sometimes too scary is too much, but on other days I crave it. And there were some good ones here.
Christine, what about you?
So I also agree. I feel like Ayasa, Shadows of Silence. I was like, let me make sure I try to say that right too. Hopefully one of us is getting it. I hope so. That one I thought looked really, really cool because it looks like the baby of like Little Nightmares and Journey, because it was like the creepy, miniature person with these big monsters. But then it seemed like there were kind of picturesque moments where it kind of seemed serene a little bit. So, and me being like a scaredy cat, that's probably more of my speed, having moments to breathe and just look at the beauty. And then is it Psych X Fuse or Psych by Fuse? The artwork looked really, really good. So that one looked really, really good.
Yeah, that one looks sick.
Okay, all right. All of that's fair. I especially like Sam's answer. That was a really good answer. I tried to trick you, but you got me. You got me. Before we jump into our special guest interview, you know what? I'm gonna throw it back to Christine because I feel like she has something to say that's very important about Dames for Games.
Yes, I do. So the end of this month, the last 2 weeks of this month, we are going to be raising funds with this big, long streamer extravaganza. We have a lot of streamers that are partnering with us, which we are super excited about and grateful for, that will be doing charity streams for the last 2 weeks to help raise money to fund what we do, to spotlight all of the people that we do, all of the devs, including making the showcase, and all the things that we do for the community and advocate for in the community. So if you want to continue to support us, definitely check out our socials so that way you can be up to date on when those streams are happening.
Thank you. That was a good announcement. Woo! But no, seriously, we are raising funds, and we would be so honored if you guys, even if it's $1, or even if you can't spare anything and you just want to share what we're doing, we'd really appreciate that. It's so important that we continue to work within this industry and represent all the incredible voices that are creating really dope stuff. I don't have a drum, and I really wanted one, but it was just like not in the budget this year, maybe next year, with all those donations. Thank you. Up next is the incredible Mary Tish, who I think somebody else on this panel knows who Mary Tish is. I think it might be Mackenzie. Yeah. Incredible individual. And she decided to give some of her time so that we can interview her about all of the dope things that she does at Twitch. I mean, I would tell you what she does, but she can do it better because she's the one who does it. So stay tuned, and we're going to take it back in time. I look completely different, but just think of it as a costume change. And enjoy the interview. Hey everyone, welcome to our special guest interview. I'm super excited to be introducing Mary Tish, who's done a lot in the industry. And you may not know what she's done, but we're going to jump into it because she's kind of like, I don't know, your fairy godmother who's making magic happen behind the scenes. But before I jump into the interview, I'm going to let Mary introduce herself and talk a little bit just kind of about like gaming and why she's got into it. And it's going to be a very chill conversation. I'm going to let Mary lead, and I'm going to try to talk less because I know I talk a lot when we're doing these interviews, and I want you guys to hear from this amazing individual. So Mary, tell us a little bit about how you got into gaming. Like, have you always liked to game?
Thank you so much for having me, Destiny. I have to just start saying I really appreciate being here and having the opportunity to speak to your wonderful audience. I have been a gamer my entire life, and I've been in the games industry for over a decade now, which is really incredible to say out loud. But I started humbly with my Sega Genesis, playing Aladdin. Jurassic Park, and a lot of classics. This was back in the day when movies all became games.
Yes.
Which were my bread and butter. Lion King, hello, one of the hardest games ever made.
Yes.
And so I really sharpened my skills as a kid, recognizing that gaming was very important to me, and I wanted to break into it. But it actually was my love and obsession for video production and editing that ended up being my foot into the industry. I loved editing, and that's kind of how I broke through.
No, that's really interesting, because I think a lot of people, when they think about being in the game industry, their mind immediately goes to, I need to make a game.
Yes.
And so the reason why we try to have different individuals and industry professionals to interview is to show that there are different ways that you can break into gaming. It doesn't necessarily be like, I have to develop a game. And I love that you took something that you love to do and you were able to get into an industry that you also loved. So can you tell us a little bit about maybe not your first job, but like your first foray into the actual gaming world with the skills that you learned?
Sure. So I've been dabbling in games for quite a long time, and I always thought of it as a hobby. I did do a game jam a long time ago, which I do recommend. I recommend everybody participate in one game jam and just like enjoy the process. But what I did was I made a documentary about that game jam for fun. I'm a video editor. That made more sense to me. And so while I enjoyed helping script and write the game jam, what I ended up doing was documenting the process, putting it up on a channel and saying, this is so fun, I want to do this more. And I made a humble indie game marketing company called IndieVidi, where I basically said, listen, if you guys want, I'll help you make your first video game trailer for free, because I'm trying to cut my teeth. I'm trying to learn what I'm doing here. And I used these little pieces as stepping stones to build my name in the industry and showcase that I really wanted to help. I wanted to be involved. That also gave me my first look into what marketing, PR, community management would look like. And during all this process, I ended up making a bunch of different games for a bunch of game trailers for some wonderful games. And I compiled all this footage. Sometimes I would play the game. Sometimes I would react to the game. Most of the time it's just footage. I got an opportunity to apply to GameSpot.com, which is a video game review website.
Yeah.
And I had all this footage. And I said, here's a really good example of all of the different skills that I would offer. If I worked there, I can edit, I can produce, I can host. Here's 20 videos that I've cut, and they loved the game jam video, which is really good. They were like, oh, this is like documentary work. This is really fun. You should come by and interview. I ended up getting that job, and I was one of very few women who worked at GameSpot.com when it started. The person who hired me, I think she would be fine with me saying, her name was Neha Tawari, and she's always was looking for opportunities for other women in the industry and really championed other women. And so being hired by her was kind of life-changing and a huge game changer for me to have this space where I could show my perspective and also my skill sets. Everyone else on the video editing team were boys, but I was really holding my own and was able to like review these games or edit reviews and start live streaming. What I found is that I love live streaming the most. Mm-hmm. Super fun, crazy to be able to figure out what happens live and never know what's going to happen next. And I became addicted to live streaming, and I ended up making my own live streaming site for myself on Twitch, where I would stream for fun. And I would basically just stream games 100% just for me, because I wanted to be able to game, but I wanted it to be associated with my name and not the company.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's really smart, because you're building your own brand, right?
Yes.
But I love the fact that you brought up that you got hired by a woman who wanted to champion other women in the space. That's so important. That's one of the main reasons why I do this showcase and I wanted to put this together, is because you want to be able to open doors for other female creatives. And that we have male allies that do that too, but like I feel like women really champion other women the best when it comes to like being like, you need to give this person a chance. They're incredible. Take a look at their work. So that's a really cool takeaway from this. And we didn't mention where Mary works, but Mary, can you tell the folks where you work?
So that love of streaming really did help propel the next part of my career. When an opportunity at Twitch came up to help run the company's live streams, because Twitch itself does stream on its own channel, I applied for that job, and I have been working for Twitch for 8 years now. My job has changed significantly since when I started 8 years ago. Back then, I was a video producer and showrunner for all of our live productions, E3, TwitchCon, you name it, which was really inspiring to me. But I met another amazing woman by the name of Aurelian, as she goes by online. And she was head of community, and she loved making community programs that would support people, all sorts of people. And she inspired me to change teams and work for her. And I had 3 amazing years with Erin. I adore her. She actually ended up going to Riot, and she runs all of their community at Riot now. She's such a champion.
Love that.
And yeah, I mean, like, hello. And she kind of set me up for success. When she left, I ended up filling her giant shoes, which are impossible to fill, by the way. But I've done my best, and now I am head of community at Twitch, which oversees many, many programs. So you may have seen some of the stuff at Twitch. Maybe you've interacted with it, maybe you've seen it, but I get to oversee so many incredible programs that support so many incredible streamers, and I still operate our production wing too.
Powerhouse.
Yeah. I said, tack it on. I said, I want more job.
She said, I can handle it. I'm a boss.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a bit of like an overused meme at this point, but I did girl boss too hard, and now I have like 6 different jobs, but I do love what I do. And so I don't mind. I am, again, thrilled to be surrounded by hardworking, talented people who want to watch other streamers grow and the game industry grow. Twitch is more than gaming. Like, it has a lot of different types of content. I do think that is important to state. You can see anything on Twitch. And I always try and preface that. But in 2024, viewers watched 15.6 billion hours of gaming content. Wow. So like, that's
a lot.
Obviously the space to watch games. And gaming companies know that. That's why prolific companies have Twitch channels where they stream their own games, or have marketing campaigns where they encourage influencers to stream their games. And that's why a lot of the review industry is moving towards streamers or influencer culture. So we're very ingrained into the gaming community. But you can also see food content. You can also see IRL or just chatting. VTubers are exploding right now. There's just a whole world on Twitch. But gaming is, what I always say is, it's our bread and butter. It's just kind of like ingrained into our DNA. We couldn't do it without that. And although I've been working there 8 years, I did start streaming on Twitch when it was originally Justin.tv, which is like ages ago. For people who don't know the lore, Justin was an actual person and founder of Twitch that was like essentially streaming his life. It was an IRL stream of his house, his bedroom. And eventually what they recognized was that this was a service. This was a platform for other people, to anyone, to be able to stream what they wanted to stream. And so it was rebranded to Twitch. And in the last 8 years that I've been there, it has really expanded to finding your people, finding your community, and hopefully either having a fulfilling hobby that you get to share with other people, or potentially, and often, a career opportunity for people who want to be able to make money sharing their passions with others online.
I love that. I love the fact that I don't think a long time ago, I'm not going to age myself. I mean, I have multiple times, but I don't think Twitch was such a phenomenon when it happened. And it's still growing. Like, it's crazy. And there are people who love games so much that they have like a regular 9 to 5, and they're like, no, but I got to get online tonight and I have to stream for about 4 hours. And it's not even that I have to. It's that like, I love playing games. I'm going to play them anyway. So why not stream and build a community? We have been so lucky to have streamers from Twitch come on and like help us raise funds, co-stream our showcases. And it's just been such kind of like a lovely and magical experience to see how dedicated all of these individuals are to their own communities and how their communities are dedicated to them. I would say publishers, if you're a publisher and you're out there listening, you need to have your own Twitch channel. You need to like work with these developers and build these communities, because I feel like that's what Twitch is. It is like this amalgamation of all these amazing communities of people who love. If you're looking for your tribe, stream, because you'll find it. And it doesn't matter what you stream. There's a lot of people out there who are like, oh, all I play is Stardew, or like, I don't play really interesting games. I will be up at like 3 a.m. in the morning because I can't sleep. And if people are watching other people eat food, people will watch you play whatever you want to play.
It's true.
On a game. Or if you just want to do art or whatever, like just like you were saying, going back, it doesn't have to be a game. It could be sketching. It could be drawing. It could be just talking. The amount of people I see on just chatting where people are just sitting there. Like, I think the other day I was looking on Twitch and it was Kai Sent, and he usually has like the biggest amount of people watching him, and it was just chatting.
Kai is incredible.
Yeah. But he was just like on a couch on his phone.
Yeah.
But on the side, all these people who love watching him, they're all a part of this huge community. They're still talking. It's still a place for people to meet, even if he's not directly interacting all the time. And I think that's really, really cool, because I don't know of any other place that really has done it as well as Twitch has.
Our community is prolific. It is iconic. It is irreplaceable. We have like invented terminology. You will hear kids say, hey, chat, as they're hanging out with their friends. That is just kind of coined phrases from us being so ingrained in culture, not just gaming, but just in youth culture now. Kai, as you had mentioned earlier, coined the phrase Riz. Yeah. And this is like something that we hear people say all the time, but Kai said it. Like, he was the original inventor of these phrases that we're hearing people say. So it is really prolific and kind of just throughout. It's just ingrained in so many spaces now. We have 105 million average monthly visitors. And so when you're catering to a space of that magnitude, something that you said that's like really important to me is, how do you find your tribe? How do you find the people that you identify with? It doesn't always have to actually be the streamer. It could be the chat in that streamer's channel. Or maybe somebody in that chat DMs you and is like, oh my God, you actually should check out this club or this opportunity. And so a huge portion of my job has now become, how do I help like-minded people find their tribe? And I've spent the last 6 years, I think, really focusing on that. I do that in like 3 major ways right now, which is location. I'm a gamer and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I want to find other gamers in Atlanta, Georgia. So we made a meetup program where you can find other gamers in your city and you can actually meet with them at events that are sanctioned by Twitch. And you have to log in through your username. So if you behave badly, we can take action on your channel. So it's just cool.
That's fair.
So that's 1. 2, identity, which are the most important to me personally, and the ones that I think have been the most important just in the span of my career to see the value of it. So we've established guilds for Black creators, women, Latin and Hispanic. And we just recently launched our LGBTQIA plus.
Congratulations on all this. I remember talking a little bit about that and like how amazing. I've had some conversations with some of the people from the guilds, but like, it is, the love they have for each other is very, very strong. And it's
so strong.
It's wonderful how like they defend each other, how they're there for each other, because the world is a crazy place. And I think it's okay to have spaces where you find like-minded people, and like just those spaces for women, or just those spaces for because like they walk through life and experience different things, and like they want to find other people who can share those experiences, and that's very important to have those safe spaces. So I love that you've been able to create these guilds. I'm sorry I cut you off. I know
no, it's fine. The third one was interest. So clubs, or we both love charity, and then we like find each other through that, right? Or we're both like obsessed with Elden Ring. So that's the third one. But the second one is like where I've honed most of my skills in time, because they're very important, but they're also very we have to be very delicate.
Yeah.
I can't just you can't just launch a Latin guild. You need to understand the nuances of that community and understand like what makes a space safe.
Yeah.
We have to be very careful with who we invite in. We have to be very careful with our rule sets and making sure people feel comfortable, supported, appreciated by the company. And I think a lot of that work is done by our guild leads. So a big shout out to the leaders who help make these guilds what it is. But I'm really happy and honored to say that Twitch does support these. These are financially supported guilds. So a guild leader does get paid for the work that they're doing.
That's
because
great.
I do believe it is paid labor to run these programs and to support them and to make sure people feel good. So that's been a huge focus of ours, and we're really proud of them. And I'm really
should be.
Yeah,
As we should be.
It's awesome.
There's not a lot of spaces that are doing what you guys have done with the guilds. And I think that's really, really something that speaks to how Twitch is trying to make sure that their community is inclusive and as welcoming as it can be, while also recognizing that different people and different groups have different needs. So kudos to you for that. I love that you guys got that off the ground, and it's still growing. I always hear such amazing things about it. But we are getting close to the wrap up. Before we end, though, I know that there's an event that you guys throw that's absolutely bonkers. I have not been yet, but everybody I've talked to
I gotta
has
get
said
you to
it's
go.
amazing. I'm going to go. I promise.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm going to be there. But can you talk a little bit about TwitchCon and how amazing it is before we end the interview?
Sure. TwitchCon is chat IRL. It is absolutely a wild place that you actually kind of have to see to believe. And I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I've heard of it, but I haven't gone. And when they leave, they're like, I get it. I actually get how weird this place is and why it's so important. And you get to see the blood, sweat, and tears of mods who hug their streamers for the first time after modding for them for years, or club members, or people who are all obsessed with the same game, cozy game, like meeting each other and crying over it. Is a very special place. And I really do encourage everybody to consider going at some point in their careers. TwitchCon is twice a year. We usually have a European one, which has historically been in the Netherlands, but it can go into other countries. And in sorry, I've like totally lost myself. San Diego, of course, San Diego, and it's in San Diego. We keep it there just because everybody loves it.
Yeah,
it's like
the weather is always amazing. Yeah,
and the burritos are spectacular.
Oh my god, the California burritos! I used to live there. I miss it so much.
You'll see a lot of our programs IRL. If you ever go to a TwitchCon, again, I do really encourage you to go, even if you're like, oh, I'm not a content creator. It's not just for content creators, although of course many content creators go. It's also just for the community. You can go just because you love games and you want to meet other people from the chess community. You can go if you're interested in maybe starting to stream, because we have an entire section called Creator Camp where you can learn how to be successful on your first stream. And if you are interested in meeting other women, other BIPOC people in the community, our guilds are there. We have our own space and we really throw down. And it is just a wonderful community of love, and I welcome you.
Thank you. Okay, so I think the really important thing that you said that stood out to me is that you do not have to be in the industry. You do not have to be a content creator to go and have this incredible experience. So if you can go, save up your money, save up your bits and your coins, try to go to San Diego or try to go to the one in Europe. I know I'm going to be trying to go next year. I'm saving up all of my tip money, couch change, whatever I can find, so I can go and experience it, because I've heard so many great things about it, and I really just need to go, honestly.
I think that's a wonderful suggestion. I hope to see everybody there. And if you are really like, oh my God, I'd love to, but money, just like PAX, we do have an open call for content. If you submit content, like I want to do a panel and it's selected, you get a free ticket.
There you go.
To do your content. So that's a sneak peek, a little tip to make sure you can get that badge. You just have to pay attention to our call for content. You can do that by following our social channels.
Make sure you're following the social channels. And now, since we are at the end, if people want to keep up with you, Mary, and like what you're doing with Twitch, where should they follow? Where do they get that information?
Well, I am on most major social channels, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, under my name, but it's spelled MERRYKISH. So Mary Kish.
Aw.
And I also stream every Monday, usually indie games. Sometimes they are cozy, sometimes they are horror, heads up, but it's usually supporting smaller niche games because that's where I got my start and I will love them forever. I'm a community manager. I am a manager. I am a woman in this space, but first and foremost, I'm a gamer. So you'll always see me play games.
I love that. I love that. Okay, Mary, thank you so much. It's been such a wonderful conversation and an honor to talk to you, especially because like I've been in the industry probably as long as you have, and I love that we're like probably around the same age. Again, I'm not going to date us, but when you were like Lion King and Aladdin, I was like, yeah, no, I remember that.
It says a lot. We all know what that means. Yeah.
But no, really, this has been such a special moment on our showcase, and I literally, I'm going to pat myself on the back. I really feel like I bring the most amazing people to our showcase to talk about the industry and what they're doing. So everybody out there listening, if you want to get into content creation, just do it. Just post. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can perfect it later. And, follow Mary, follow what Twitch is doing. They are trying their very best to make Twitch as welcoming as possible. There are like toxic people out there, but there are some amazing people out there too. Yeah. So, Mary, thanks again for coming on and talking with us. And we will talk again. You always have a place here at Dames for Games if you ever want to jump on and talk about or play any games with us. So guys,
thank you for having me. Thank you.
No, you're totally welcome. I always hate when I like cut people off because I get like, I'm like, oh my God, the time's running out. But you know what, whatever, we can stay here forever. It doesn't. But guys, thank you so much. Mary, there's another Mary on the other end who's our producer. You guys never see her, but I like randomly shout her out sometimes. She's
amazing name though. Yeah.
I know, it's such a good name. I'm a little jealous. Should be the 3 Marys. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. We have much more to come. And I know I'm not in costume right now, but when I come back, I'm going to magically be in costume again. And we will continue with our Halloween bash. So see you soon. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Shy, also known as Pink Fairy Blossom, and I'm so happy to welcome you into this edition of Dames for Games. Now we're celebrating an amazing lineup of women, femme-led games, artists, and creatives who are bringing so much heart into the creativity to the screen. Think of this showcase like a little garden stroll, just like here. Every game and creator is a new bloom, waiting for you to discover. Now, whether you're here to find just a new indie or just soak in the good vibes, you're right here where you belong. Let's grow into it together and kick off this showcase, guys. I know I will.
entrance to the next level.
Good, then you know where to go. However, I wouldn't go up there without the proper equipment. You better look around thoroughly down here before we continue our conversation. But be careful, they are rats. Don't get too close to them.
Open your eyes, Skylar. The sun is rising, and the crown calls. I'll see you around, Skylar.
Hey everyone, I'm Chibi from the Golden Feather Tavern. We have been longtime enjoyers of indie games, and while we have primarily only covered one in particular, we are venturing into other indie games through interviews, podcasts, as well as cozy gameplay with tea or mead. You can find us at TGF Tavern on Twitch and YouTube. Now, those were some spine-chilling psychological thrillers, and I don't know about you, but Haunting Bloodlines and Craylon would definitely give me a fright. If you prefer something spooky or mysterious but want to also be able to sleep at night, perhaps you'll like the upcoming games like Lightbreak, which is a fun rhythm puzzle game, or the psychological drama The Bunker Notes, which has a few different ways that it could end.
Hi everyone, I'm Fangirl Review, and I'm so excited to be part of this spooky edition of the Dames for Games Showcase. It is filled with women and femme-led games, artists, developers, and so much more. And I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed all the trailers so far. I am a cozy horror streamer, and what I've enjoyed is that each game has had its own unique style to this approach of horror, mystery, cozy. Listen, cozy and mystery and horror goes together. Trust me, okay? You've seen it, all right? So please stay tuned. We have so much more for our next up developer spotlight.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We just finished up the interview with Mary Kish. And listen, I got told that I flubbed and I said Mary Tish. And I'm going to tell you why I said that. I was looking at a box of tissues when I'm saying her name because I was so scared that I cried a little bit and I didn't want y'all to see that. But it is Mary Kish. And Mary, I'm so sorry. You can't blame me. You can blame the box of tissues and all the scary games that we just saw in that trailer montage. But, all right. I just want to say that interviewing Mary was incredible. Finding out all of the work that she does behind the scenes by leading the community there is so dope. And learning kind of the history of the guilds and how they put those together, because you have the Black Creators Guild, you have the LGBTQ, I think it's called Pride, right? Just Pride Guild. Just want to make sure. And then you have the Women's Guild. And it really creates this space where people can come together and feel safe, right? And I know a lot of people say, well, why do you have a separate group for this or a separate group for that? And I'm going to ask you, why not? Do you know what I mean? You have a separate group of friends and you have people that you feel comfortable with. And I think it's important that people can go to places where they feel comfortable and not feel judged. So I love that Twitch is doing that. And here on them. Last week, I think it was, they just had their TwitchCon, and I just wanted to reiterate what Mary said. You do not have to be a content creator. You do not have to be a developer, anything like that to go. You can be anybody and just go to TwitchCon and have a good time. And I think that's cool because I don't consider myself a content creator, but I'd love to go hang out with content creators at TwitchCon. So next year, D4G is going to try to be there. We might just send A Christine because I feel like that's kind of her level of expertise, and I might just trail along. But we also saw some amazing trailers. And I'm going to ask each of you to tell me one trailer that you thought was really cool. I'm sorry, Sam. You're going to have to pick one. This is how we're doing it this time.
I was going to pick all of them.
I'm not going to pick one.
Pick about 5 of them.
Okay. Because I'm a huge hypocrite, so I'm not going to pick one, but I'm going to let the rest of my team.
Something someone else has picked, but yeah.
I mean, that just means we're doubling down on how amazing it was. So.
The pressure of going first.
Well, yeah, hopefully, I feel a little ignorant about 1998 because it seems that it's based on some sort of real world event, although we're not getting very much in the trailer. But what I loved, as we've established, was the cuteness and that Japanese anime style, and then that horror underneath it. That's my thing. So that's really stood out for me. It's the sort of thing I like to play. I like to be have the rug pulled out from under me, tonally, at least in this game. But do we know what events that 1998 refers to, or do we think that may be a more fictional thing?
This is the perfect time to say, and I'm going to let A Christine elaborate on this later, but there's a Steam event, and if you want to know more about the game, you should go wishlist it on Steam and read all the information on the Steam page, and then you'll know for sure. That's not to throw Sam under the bus. Sam, you and I could talk about it later.
Oh no,
But
I was
for-
expecting everyone to go, "You idiot! Didn't you know?"
No,
There was-
no.
I was hoping to learn too. I was hoping to learn too. I was like, oh, okay.
It makes me want to learn
Destiny
more
doesn't
about the
get
game.
history lessons, but she does tell people to go to Steam and wishlist the game.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
That's
We can have 2 tabs open.
There we go.
Hey, Mackenzie, it's your turn. What game did you
Okay.
like?
All of them. I love them all. They're perfect. No, they are actually all really cool. And each one's super unique. It's amazing that people can create from the same genre so many different iterations of it. But one that stood out to me was the Dropouts. I'm such a sucker for like those like kid stories that are set in like a weird Stranger Things type setting, like the bicycle kids with their backpacks. And then this one is Choices Matter, which is I'm also a sucker for because it's so much replayability, I imagine. So that one, I'm like, gimme.
Okay, I'm like terrible at those because if I make a wrong choice, I have anxiety through the rest of the game. So that's how I played Baldur's Gate. Just letting you know, I saved a million.
I was going to say, like, how did you get through that game? How many save game files do you have?
I thought, like, super random, guys. I know we're gonna go long on this, but I thought that my goal was to save Karlach. I was playing with 2 other people. Okay, they spent hours with me playing this game, and I did something in the game, and I thought I wasn't gonna be able to save Karlach, and I was like, I'm done playing. And they were like, "Are you serious?" Because it was my save. They're like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "If we can't figure out how to save her, we're not playing the game." So
shut it
then
down.
they all started researching. Yeah, they all started researching, and we did figure out how to save you. Because listen,
Oh,
the game
thank
just
God.
would not have been
Thank you.
finished. You're welcome.
I appreciate
you
that.
deserve it.
That's why she's here today, because you
Right. That is why she is here.
I owe you a
Yeah.
lot, Destiny.
Yeah.
We don't talk about this publicly normally, but but yeah, Mackenzie, I'm like you, a bit of nostalgia. It reminds me of Life is Strange as well.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
80s
Yeah.
nostalgia. I'll shut up
Yeah.
now. Thank you.
Christine, which one stood out to you?
Okay, so I took notes, okay? Because there's like a few, all right? So Kraylon, hopefully I'm saying that right, or Kralon, and Haunted Bloodlines, terrifying. They both look terrifying, okay? Terrifying, super scary. Dropouts, I do like, because I do agree, like the Life is Strange type of vibe. That's instantly what I felt. Like that and Firewatch, I think those are, it seemed like kind of, like that type of vibe. And I like the teenage perspective, you know.
Me too.
And then plus we have locks on locks, okay? All right, the main character had locks and then one of the side characters had locks. I was like, yes, I am here for it. And then
Representation.
yes. So Roots of Fury was, cute Souls like, which I thought was super cute. Kind of like the pixelated, not pixelated, but like the CG computer graphic, little character killing these these bugs to protect her lawn, I think was what she was doing, which I thought was super cute. Bunker Notes, scary visual novel. Thank God it's coming out next year because it looks terrifying. And then the Tollkeeper story, like Sam was saying, it seems like it's really sad, but I was like, is this like real life? Like what happened? What's going on?
Yeah.
I honestly think anything based on real life events can be super scary. Like even more scary sometimes than like a movie like Aliens, right? So I'm really glad that I picked all of these games to be in this showcase. Everybody enjoyed it. Just kidding. It wasn't just me. We have a team of people who picked the games, but I think we got a really good selection of games and we try to keep it, what's the word? We try to have like a nice, like,
variety
scale of 1 to 10 when it comes. Yeah, variety. That's the word. Variety of games. So we're not done yet. And before we go, Christine has a message she wants to tell you guys before we jump into the next segment of Spotlights. Go ahead, Christine.
Thanks, Des. Outside of not getting me snacks again, I would like to remind you that D4G, Dames for Games, is having a Steam event where you can see all of the lovely games that are all the variety of games that we have in the showcase. You can learn more about them. You can wish list. Some of them are out already, so you can start playing right now. So definitely check it out on Steam.
Thank you. Wishlists are important. They let Steam know that this game is something that the people are looking forward to playing. And then when you wishlist, we're hoping that those wishlists convert into sales. And if you love, love, love games, I would implore you to explore as many indie games as possible. It's not just AA and AAA. They are coming out with some major hitters this year. And the last few years, honestly. But that's enough of you guys hearing to me babble on. Let's hear some other people babble on as we roll into the next segment of Developer Spotlights.
Hi everyone, I'm Begum from Taylor, and we've been working on Holy Shoot, and thank you for letting us be in the showcase as well. We really, really appreciate it. We're really happy about it. To tell you a bit about the game, Holy Shoot is a roguelike FPS that's super fast-paced and filled with chaos and humor. We had a bunch of fun while working on it. We do hope that you'll have as much fun as we did while playing as well. It took us about 2 years to get the game to its stage that it is right now. And we have 3 women, including me, working in the company on key positions. I am the game designer for Holy Shoot and the product manager. I've been also working on level design and environments as well. The 2 wonderful women that we have in the studio are Betul, our concept artist and art lead, and Sude, who is doing all our animations by hand. We didn't use iKey animations in Unreal Engine yet, so she's kind of doing them all in Maya and then exporting them into Unreal Engine. To tell you a bit more about Holy Shoot, we're all huge fans of a couple of games, and we wanted to bring them together and make something unique and make something absurdly fun. We have a bunch of voice lines. We have this annoying but helpful fairy that you have to kind of put up with because she's helping you at the same time as she's roasting you. We also have like a procedural but room-based procedural level system. So yeah, thank you so much for selecting our game. Hope you like it. Take care. Bye.
Greetings from the void. I'm Tonic, artist and writer for Old Flower Games. Unfortunately, I'm doing something we're told never to do as indie developers. That's right, I'm making my dream game first. Our dream game is called Emblem's Sunless Vow, and it's a roguelite visual novel with quick turn-based combat. In the world of emblems, your soul is your weapon, and this guy is your guide. You'll follow 3 lost adventurers as they attempt to escape the void using tiny maps, ancient demons, and the power of friendship, if they can stop arguing first. Our studio is made up of 2 people with a single dream: to create fun and heartfelt games filled with the things we cherish. We try hard to blend our niche passions with gameplay that still makes sense and looks attractive, but we're very interested in creating things that haven't been created before. Our concept for Emblems was to create a condensed RPG that still delivers the classic trappings of the sprawling fantasy narrative, while removing the slowness usually associated with turn-based combat. We're also huge dorks who love a good mystery, subversive characters, and epic music, so we've done our best to fill it full of those things as well. As an artist, one of the things I've always wanted to include are animated character models. There are a lot of different ways these days that you can breathe life into visual novel sprites, and I think it makes a really big impact to add that element of motion to the dialogue. This is Ikiru, my partner who does the coding and composing. Even though we have separate roles, both of us are really involved in all aspects of creation. There are no lanes. For Emblems, we want all kinds of folks to try it, so we worked hard to develop a gameplay that could be enjoyed by those who may want a less intense experience, while also having the depth for more complicated strategy. It was equally important for us to have queer main characters with meaningful relationships woven right alongside that complex gameplay. Many games will have one or the other, but we found very few that combine both, so we're hoping to help normalize that combination. Whether you thrive on tiny math, crave an engaging story with endearing characters, or just enjoy watching numbers go up, we hope you'll find something to love in our game.
Hi,
I'm the Qualia dev, and I am Intellica's #1 employee. Qualia is an interactive fiction game inspired by sad robots, Infocom, corporate dystopia, cats, and what it means to be human. There are 6 endings, over 20,000 words, over 300 possible unique playthroughs, and the weight of extreme existential dread. Not to mention, I created a 30-page employee manual in my DLC and made a 5-part ARG that still has not been solved. Intellica is the sort of dystopian tech company that has set up this exam. So 2 participants are going to be looking at a question and answering it, and you have to decide if their answers are either artificial or human. It was really, really important to me as I was writing these questions that none of the answers were right or wrong. It is all 100% perspective. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but that's what Qualia is. It's all about your unique experiences based on any of your senses. They're going to be unique to you specifically. So when we're judging these 2 participants based on their answers, we're not looking for right or wrong. We're looking for what feels the most human. I come from the film industry, so I kind of had to work backwards in this game. I knew that I was going to make a text game because I'm a writer, and it was something that I kind of learned as I was going, that when you are writing a game, bigger can actually mean taller, or I guess wider. I don't need to tell the entire story in one playthrough. With this type of branching narrative looping game, I can add more details and secrets in the different playthroughs. So as somebody goes through and they experience one ending, they can go back, play it again, get a completely different ending, and learn a lot more about the world that I created. It was really great to see that people loved that. There's really nothing like people being able to experience something that you've written and have it touch them so deeply. People told me that the game made them cry, which, now that's gonna make me cry. Remember, when intelligence isn't enough, just think happy. You can play Qualia right now for free on Steam and itch. You could play it in your browser. You could play it on your phone. You could play it on the toilet. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
Hello, my name is eerie, and I am the lead developer and art director of the game Heavy Morning.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm the game supervisor and marketing director of A Heavy Morning. So, A Heavy Morning is a short game about a girl battling with her own mind. Your goal is simple: get out of bed and get to work in time. However, you will encounter different struggles that will make simple tasks feel heavier and more challenging than usual, all being a reflection of the main character's delicate mental health.
Heavy Morning began as a small challenge that grew from my master's diploma and eventually became a true passion project of mine that I've been working on for the past couple of years. I have always been fascinated by the space where art, storytelling, and audience agency overlap, and by how giving someone the power to interact with a story can transform the whole experience that they have. Turning this concept into a video game with the interaction element felt like the perfect way to break down the barrier between art and its audience.
The game is 100% hand-drawn and traditionally animated, with an unconventional art style that imitates paintbrush textures and dull colors that, depending on the choices you make in the game, the colors will turn brighter or darker.
Our goal with the game was to create something that could be fun and visually pleasing, yet also serious in a way, heartfelt and deeply personal. I wanted it to be a game that not only tells a story, but also touches the player in a meaningful way.
Really hope you enjoy this experience. Thank you so much, Dames for Games, for giving us a spot here at your event. We're very happy, so please wishlist A Heavy Morning is coming out very, very soon. And yeah, see you. Bye!
Hi, my name is Christine with Letterlost, and I have a secret to tell you.
Oh, where is my mind? I'm Liv. I'm over at the main branch.
For the past year, I've been voice acting and running the social media for Letterlost, and I've been doing it all in character as Liv.
Keep in mind what I told you, and you'll do just fine.
I may be talking to you today as Christine, but in most promotional material, you'll hear my voice as Liv. She apparently works over at the main branch and is your primary guide to your new permanent job at the post office. She's your benevolent boss and always wants the best for you. Right?
And if it ever gets to be too much, just remember, it was your choices that led you here.
We've had fun integrating Liv into the promotional materials, planting seeds of doubt about her trustworthiness, making you question her motives. Liv seems to want to bring new employees into the island of Carnum, and frankly, isn't that what marketing is too? It's been a match made in heaven. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide what your opinion of Liv is as you play the game, but don't be surprised if she starts to form an opinion about you as well.
Hi, I'm Bailey Wagner, the 2D artist and one of the writers putting faces to the names of the people of Carnum Isle. Carnum is an ever-dismal place haunted by dark clouds and somber histories, and we wanted to make sure that was reflected in the art style. We decided to lean into a mishmash of the 1930s to 50s aesthetics, since those eras have a dystopic, saccharine feeling we could exploit. Before I draw a character, I have to write the character, which is most often informed by what Carnum itself needs. Doesn't every sad, rainy island need a jaded detective, an obnoxiously cheery mayor, and a kelpie lurking in the depths? We really want Carnum to feel like a living, breathing place of surprises at every turn. That lends itself to a diverse cast of colorful NPCs whose fates are shaped by your decisions. So at the end of the day, it's your choices that led you here.
Hi, I'm Isolde. I'm the creative director of the Pixel Reds, a two-people indie game studio. We are working on a stealthy platform adventure called Kyo Bunny Tyranny. Kyo is a side-scrolling mix of platforming, stealth, adventure, puzzles, shooting, and cat petting, set in a neon-lit pixel world that is controlled by awfully evil rabbits. The game is a satire about modern society and surprises you with constantly changing gameplay, pole dancing foxes, and an overdose of style, attitude, and humor. Before this project, I had no experience with game creation or pixel art, but I taught myself pixel art using Sprite and pictures of Tokyo. My partner is an experienced developer, and he created our own game engine from scratch. I use our level editor to make the levels and the cities. All our assets are 2D, but we wanted our pixel art to jump out of the screen as if it's 3D, and shadows that affect the gameplay. So we created a sculpting tool to generate normal maps and other data needed for dynamic lighting. This is my little work area, and as you can see, I'm a huge fan of Japanese anime, art, cute plushes, and all of this was a big inspiration for the game world. Side note, when I'm not working on Kyo, I'm usually pole dancing because that's my other favorite hobby. I had a lot of fun making the cats and the foxes do moves on the pole that I could only dream about doing myself. What I love most about making games is thinking about how people will feel when they're playing it. In making Kyo, I try to make it a journey for people where they never expect what's coming. You can try it for yourself.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Emily, co-founder and main developer of Noctiluca Studio. We're a two-person team and we released Remnant Records early last year. Remnant Records is a co-op horror investigation game. You've probably heard that one before. Here, you'll have to uncover what happened to the inhabitants of various haunted places. Their story is not a simple backdrop. You'll have to piece it back together correctly in order to free them, even if it's against their own wishes. There are 4 roles for you to play as, each with their abilities and skill trees. The crafty cartomancer can use cards to trap or trick the ghost. The ingenious electrician has a varied toolset to light her path, whatever the conditions. The medium has a deep connection to the dead. And the bodyguard is, well, a problem solver. The elusive mannequin, the dimension-traveling reflection, the playful orphan. Many entities await you, and if you're to elude them, you better learn to think fast or run even faster. Gather your friends right now and get Remnant Records on Steam. Thank you!
We're back. We are missing one person, but they may or may not come back. And that's not because they don't want to be here. It's because we've scared them. Literally, like the last segment of Spotlights was just too intense, and so they needed a break. So Sam, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to freak you out like that. I did kind of warn you that some of the stuff was scary, but yeah, Sam may be back once she calms down from the fear of like this entire showcase. But I'm going to throw it to Mackenzie. And yes, I'm going to ask you, Mackenzie, and no, you can't cheat. Which Spotlight, which game caught your interest?
All of them. Don't tell me what I can't do. No,
I'm going to do what I want to do.
I'll do what I want. No, I love Letter Lost. Might be a little biased because I'm working with the team, but it's kind of like a Paper Please meets Inscription, and it plays off as like a totally normal post office employee, but very quickly you will realize there is much more going on. And then if I could pick a second one, Remnant Records looked really, really good too, and really spooky. Plus it's multiplayer. So that one is like, let's get the gang together. Let's go. Let's all scream together.
I love me a good multiplayer game. Love
yes.
it. Hi, Christine. What about you?
Me, this I'm going to do the opposite. The other ones I picked one. This one I'm going to say all of them. I love the dev spotlights, because I love when we get insight and they talk about it, because I love watching like interviews and stuff like that, and people talk about the projects they're working on and what inspires them about it and what they love, what they hope people will receive from it. So I will say all of them. I really love those. But before we move into the next thing, okay, actually going into the next thing,
guys, we're doing this shimmy. Hold on, we're doing this shimmy because I talk too much, and I need to know like when we need to stop, and so everybody's shimmying to let me know that I need to wrap it up. Okay, Christine, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'd like to introduce our next guest host, which is Krista from Wings, who will be introducing our Star Player segment, which I'm really, really excited about. Okay.
Yes, our Star Player segment is focused on all the... What am I telling you? I'm going to let Krista tell you. Krista's really good at telling you what the Star Player segment is about. So stay tuned, and yeah, we're going to throw it to Krista. See you guys in a bit.
Hello everyone, I'm Krista, also known as It's Lunaloo on the internet. I've been working in the video games industry for a while, doing a handful of different fun things. Right now I'm a freelance community manager for a bunch of really cool games, and I also work for Wings, an incredible organization who invests in amazing games made by women and gender marginalized developers. But enough about me. Wow, we've been treated to so many amazing game trailers, and also the talent of all of these developers. Truly inspiring. But now, it's time for the stars of the show. Our next segment celebrates the amazing individuals and organizations who make the video game space shine. Let's take a look at some star players.
Hey, my name is Jamie, but I also go by Swiper on the internet, and I play through games, check out gaming news, and discuss what could be next for the industry. Gaming is one of the ways that I connect with people, whether it's through multiplayer battles or co-op collaboration, especially when we're able to play together in person. Being able to see the look on someone's face when I win, whether it's on a team with them or I won by myself, it makes for some priceless memories. It's also a great way to connect with people virtually. Some of my favorite gaming memories happen while I was on stream. Gaming is also one of my favorite ways to experience storytelling. It's the ultimate way of like walking a mile in someone else's shoes and being able to live a life that's different from your own, at least most of the time. I also love to watch other people play games, especially decision-based games, because I think that's really how you get to know somebody. But in that same vein, I think that game stories can connect us all too, because we're all experiencing these same events, but it's how we react to those events and the decisions that we make that end up making our experiences unique.
Hi, hello. If you don't know me, I go by Evie. My pronouns are she, her. And this is my lovely familiar Lacey. She's the real star. I'm a cozy, chaotic variety streamer who's very queer, very neurospicy, and we talk about mental health quite a lot because I am a student therapist. I stream a variety of different games. It's kind of just whatever fits my fancy on the day. Gaming was always a bonding experience when I was younger. I have 2 older brothers. I would just sit and watch them play video games. That initial bonding and community that I got from gaming with my brothers has now transformed into this amazing community that I have here on Twitch. It's a space where people can escape their lives for a little bit. It's nice just being able to come home and sit down and load up whatever my current hyperfixation is, Infinity Nikki, and I just vibe and have a great time. Well, happy Halloween!
I'm KB, but you can call me dun _. You can find me across all social media. I'm your resident horror girly, both in watching horror movies and series and playing horror games, especially indie horror games. If you look on my YouTube and my Twitch, that's usually what you can find me playing. I'm a 37-year-old stay-at-home mom, and this is my dungeon. I sit in here and I get to put myself in the shoes of all these different amazing, horror characters and see how I would live this crazy situation out. It's probably my favorite aspect of playing any game, not just horror games, but something I would never do in real life, I get to do in this chair, in this room, and on video for my viewers.
Hello, stunners. I'm Rue, Jitteru, your sparkling diva of dating sims and Atome games. From indie treats to mainstream meals, there's always enough drama to haunt your heart forever. Gaming has always been my comfort and connection. I played with my brother, my friends, my hubby, and now with all my dazzling stunners on stream. Romance games are my glittery stars when the sky is dark. Proof that magic, hope, and swoony feelings are out there. I discovered Atome games in 2024 and instantly became obsessed. I went through dozens of titles and endless husbandos like potato chips, and this summer, Jitteru content creator mode began. Your diva who hardly met a game she couldn't squee over. Why don't we simp together? I'll be right here, Jitteru on Twitch, YouTube, and more, kinda everywhere. Well, that's all for now. Bye!
Hello to all of the ghouls and ghosts out there. I'm Anise, also known as Authentically Anise on the internet. I am a Twitch streamer and cosplayer, and I exist almost entirely on the internet. If I'm not on the internet, I'm probably sleeping. I play a wide variety of games from cute and cozy to scary horror, and some really hard games that I'm really bad at, and my chat likes to make fun of me, but that's fine because I also will make fun of me when I play those. I am very bad, so it's okay. I love gaming. It has always been kind of an escape for me because I've always had a bit of a hard time making friends, so gaming, I can immerse myself into the game, and it has helped me make a lot of friends between finding people who play the same games as me and being like, hey, we should play together again, adding them on Steam, becoming friends that way, and through cosplaying. Cosplaying is a huge way I've made friends, especially when I like to cosplay some niche games. So finding people who also cosplay the games and they become friends, and then we play together, and it's just, that's how I've met some of my most favorite people and some of my best friends. So I will be forever grateful to gaming for introducing me to almost all of my favorite people. I am so excited to find even more games to cosplay from during this showcase, and I'm so excited for you guys to all find such amazing games to play. There has to be at least one game that you like, so keep watching, and bye-bye!
Hi everyone, my name is Ash Said Hi, and I am honored to be a part of the Star Player segment here with Dames for Games. My content creator journey has led me to playing many retro games on my channel. That's what I focus on, retro games and indie games with a retro vibe. I love connecting with people through the joy of retro gaming, whether that's playing a classic game for the very first time and having people live vicariously through my experience, or playing a game that we know and love and reliving all of those things that we find joy in. Content creation is very personal to me. I get to express all the best parts of myself and share everything with my audience that I love, and I get to be myself on camera. So there's nothing better than connecting with an audience through genuine love and joy. I am also one of the leaders for the Twitch Women's Guild, and the Twitch Unity Guild program is incredibly important to me. The Twitch Unity Guild program shows creators that they belong in this space by creating a community where others can find people with like life experiences and really show the world that we belong in this space. I love it. It highlights marginalized people and shows everyone in the world that content creation knows no boundaries. I'm also going to TwitchCon soon, and I love going to TwitchCon. One of my favorite things about going to TwitchCon is meeting people. I believe that the magic of Twitch is connecting with people on a human level, and going to TwitchCon, I'll be able to say hi to all of my friends, and we get to learn through panels, or we get to hang out and just have fun. It is one of my favorite times of year. Upcoming, I have a lot of cool things going on. I'll be hosting at DreamHack. I'll be doing a charity stream with Starlight Children's Foundation and many other awesome things. I've been big into building and doing puzzles and playing all kinds of cool retro games. So hopefully I can see you all soon on my Twitch channel or somewhere online or maybe at a convention. So until then, don't forget to tell your friends Ash said hi. Bye-bye.
Guys, we're back. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in for our Dames for Games, just kidding, Ghouls for Games showcase. I want to thank Mackenzie. I want to thank Sam. She would be here, but Tom Nook, you know, he's you know Tom Nook. You know Tom Nook.
We know Tom.
She went back to the island and she's working up some stuff. But really appreciated Sam being here with us today. And I want to thank Christine. But before I let everybody roll out and like tell you what they're doing and where you can find them, I also want to take some time to thank our broadcast partners. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. With your help, we're able to reach larger communities and we're able to showcase these amazing developers. I also want to thank our sponsors. Thank you so much for your help with your donations, with the funds that you provide. I keep seeing people walk behind you and it's like so quickly, Mackenzie, it's like a horror movie. It's kind of scary.
It's part of my spooky background, you know.
No, I love that. I love that because I'm like,
it's happened a few times. I'm like, I hope she knows that they're there. You know,
as long as we're not wearing Jason's mask, I think I'm okay.
No, you're good. You're good. I saw a dog, and anytime there's a pet, you're probably set. But
oddly enough, his name is Indy.
Oh, part. But I got thrown off because there's stuff happening in the background. But yeah, just a huge thank you to our community as well, and to the D4G team for everything that they do to help keep things going. It is volunteer based, and we are again letting you guys know that we're raising funds. So if you've been watching the showcase and you've seen a QR code pop up, that was a way to donate. But if you didn't catch that, lucky for you, the show's still going to be up, so you can rewind and go find that QR code and go donate. But yep, it's the end. I'm hungry. I know Mary's hungry. She keeps telling me to wrap it up. But before we wrap it up, I'm going to throw it to Mackenzie. So Mackenzie can tell us where we can find her and all the goodies that she's gotten into.
Yeah, you can find me on all socials and on Discord under the name Nerder, she wrote. Not murder, Nerder. And if you're a dev out there and you're looking for some marketing help, that's exactly what Nerder She Wrote does. I help you with your Steam page optimization, if you need trailers made, key art, if you need help getting into festivals, doing those applications and your go-to-market plan, all that fun marketing stuff that most devs hate doing, but I love doing. So I'd love to work together with you. And if you're looking for help, just hit me up. Nerder, she wrote.
Hit her up.
That's
She's
really
a jack of all
cool.
trades. Yeah, she's a jack of all trades. Hi, Christine. Tell everybody about your world domination plans and where they can find you if they want to join your crew.
To join, you can follow me at iChristine. That's AYCHRISTENE. My family's different, okay? Don't come for me. But yes, you can check out my gaming channel, iChristine Games, for lovely streams. Just did a 104-hour streamathon, so you can catch all of that on the gaming channel. I stream on every platform, so any platform that exists. No, I take that back. So YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok, you can check me out there. And enjoy the stuff that I'm also doing with Dames for Games with the content creator program. So shout out to all of our creators that are partnering with us and helping raise money and be a part of the awesome things that are happening here. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys, and that's it. You can turn the lights on, go watch some cartoons, but make sure you go check out the Steam event. Go wishlist some games. I mean, we had a variety here. There's a little something for everybody. And stay tuned for our next showcase. We will be coming back in March. We have some amazing plans. We're going to celebrate Women's Month in style with a few other people. So big thank you again to our community. And as I said at the beginning, make sure you're safe out there. Things are going crazy right now. You don't have to go outside and touch grass. You can stay inside and play video games if you want. I'm totally on par with that. But yeah, that's it. I guess we'll catch you in 2026.
Yay!
Bye.
Are you happy?